Well, this turned out to be one of the hardest videos I've ever made. Primarily because I lost all of my video footage when I lost my GoPro Hero 9 in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Yep, I'm back on the road again. Down to Clearwater, Florida this time. Mom had a little fall and a short stay in the hospital, and now she's recouping at home. So I'm going down there for a week to just help out and see what I can do. And I'm hoping to get out one morning and head up to Tarpon Springs. They have an area called the Sponge Docks that is really old and nostalgic and just kind of a seaside little town. Like any true tourist, the first morning I got up, the first thing that I had to do was go take a walk on the beach. Footprints in the sand serve as transient imprints of the peaceful journey, and the gentle lapping of the waves against the shore creates a tranquil cadence that harmonizes with the whispers of the seagulls overhead. Welcome to Garrick Gillette Photography, where we embark on a visual journey through the heart of America's photogenic playground, the enchanting Midwest. I'm Garrick Gillette, your guide to capturing the breathtaking landscapes, the rich tapestry of the seasons, and the hidden photographic gems that make the American Midwest canvas like no other. Whether you're an avid photographer or just starting to explore the world through a lens, join me as we unravel the beauty, charm, and endless possibilities that the American Midwest has to offer. Well, this week we're obviously not in the American Midwest. We are lucky to be down in sunny Clearwater, Florida. And as mentioned before, I went up to the Tarpon Springs Sponge Docks to shoot some basically small town street photography, and sadly enough, I lost my GoPro, which had all of my video footage on it. And from what I'm told, there are two lucky young ladies walking around with a relatively brand new GoPro selfie stick and lots of cool footage with yours truly on it. I hope that they enjoy it. So with all that being said, what I'm going to do today is just take you through the images that I liked the best that I shot up at Tarpon Springs, talk you through some of the images, and we'll call it a video for this week. So I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it. And we'll jump right into it right now. Here we go. Alright, so I've got to start out with my favorite one of the whole trip, and that's this shot here. I just love it for the simplicity of it, the colors of it, the blue chairs pointing towards the horizon. The horizon is perfectly on line with the bottom of the umbrella. I mean, everything kind of works here in this image for me. I processed it to give it that old 80s look, which if you follow the channel at all, you know I'm really in love with these days. So yeah, love the muted tones and just the simplicity of this image. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite one of the whole trip. Next up, I'm going to show you a couple from the beach that I shot, and this is my favorite from the beach. Love the birds, love the tones in this image, and the diagonal line is strong, and the diagonal line and the bird are kind of going in the same direction, which really kind of falls in place for this image, and one of the reasons I really like it. So here's another high-key image, and I like the posture of the bird and the expression on the bird's face, and really there's a lot of geometry going on in this image. If you look closely, you'll see the lines going left to right, underneath the water. You see the shadows. and then in the upper third you have another strong diagonal, which is the incoming wave, but it creates a diagonal line, again kind of bringing the viewer's eye into the image. So definitely like this one, like for all that I just said, as well as I love the soft tones to it. Now, I shot these next two images really close to my mom's condo, and just wanted to have something for her that was close, that she knows exactly where I took it. And I'm sharing it with you guys all now because I'm curious to know, do you like the shots of the birds with the wings up or the wings down? I think I like wings up better. I'm not exactly sure why, but again, I just want to throw it out to you all. If you can drop me a comment and let me know what you think on those two images. Here's another one that on the surface I love for the simplicity of it, but beneath the surface there's a lot going on with the linearness of it. All the lines from the foreground to the background, just the linearness of this image really strikes me. You can see the palm tree is blowing to the right, the bike rider is riding to the right. It looks like the yellow lines and all the linear horizontal lines are running to the right. So again, things kind of just fell into place on this image. I love the tones, and as you can tell, I processed it to look old 80s film like. So yeah, this is one that turned out really well. Here's another one that I really love the geometry of this image, the lines, vertical and horizontal, but also love the vintage shape and style and tones of this image. And that red chair, obviously, that is pretty awesome. But I left it exactly where it was. I could have moved it, but leaving it off center a little bit, obviously I could have changed my composition too, but I like this composition. And I left the chair a little bit off center just to kind of give it a snapshotty kind of look and feel to go with that 70s, 80s film look processing. So that's why I did that. Well, it certainly seems like I've got an eye for empty chairs, at least in this video. But here's another one, and really fell in love with the pastel colors in this one. But what you don't really notice right away is the geometry, again, of this image. And you'll see across this image there are squares everywhere, which I noticed on location, and that's how I composed it. Just kind of tying all these different squares together. There's obviously a few rectangles in there too, but I just love the geometry and the pastel colors and kind of the loneliness of the empty white chair sitting in the middle. Kind of a cool image, and it's interesting that I'm talking about so much about geometry in this video. Is like that's one of the few math related subjects that I actually was good at in school. So pretty interesting anyway. So there you have it. That's why I took this one. Alright, finally an image with a human being in it. So I was shooting this building from a different angle, and I started to walk away from it after I had shot it. And I looked back and I saw this guy walking through the scene, and turned back around and snapped a couple of shots of him. It's really kind of a typical street shot. You know, I knew the building was all white, and I saw him coming in all black, and it's like, oh my gosh. Perfect setup for a black and white street shot. So yeah, Grabbed a few shots of it with my D850 2470 lens. All these images were shot with that setup. And yeah, I like how it came out. And speaking of shooting this building from the other angle, here's that shot, and what I was seeing here was how that white building was framed by the telephone poles and telephone wires. Got a lot of black and white going on here, and just kind of love how that composition came together. So, not a portfolio shot or anything like that, but I do like this image. Alright, so here's another image about tone and texture. And on top of that is the oxymoronic message that we're seeing on the window, right? It's a closing sale, and we got the happy snowman and the snowflakes and the gifts and, you know, the weirdo mannequin in the doorway. But I don't know, just the oxymoronic message or whatever just doesn't seem to go together. But what really makes this image for me is these wires at the top and how they're going on that diagonal, and they're taking the viewer's eye up through the image, and it's like, you know, hey, what is going on up here? What's going on with this, and where are these wires going? And just the those diagonals again at the top of the image just make the image stronger, at least in my opinion. Now this abstract image here I think would have been stronger if there was a person inside that doorway in that light grabbing that mop handle or something like that, but that didn't happen. I still shot the image anyway, and I'm showing it to you now because I'm wondering if you like this image better in black and white or color. I'm going to put the color image up now, and just let me know what you think. And then the same thing for these two. Alright everybody, hey, that's gonna do it for another video. Hey, you know the drill. Like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought about those pictures and or the video. And hey, also come check me out on Facebook, come check me out on Instagram. Message me directly if you're interested in any prints or anything like that, and I will get back to you right away. So hey, that's gonna do it. Thank you all very much for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it. I am Garrick, and as always, I am your very best friend in the whole wide world. So we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks, and have a great week. We'll see you. Bye bye.